Good morning. Welcome to Gray Man Walking. Today's day 13. You can see we had a little fog come in last night, but it didn't bring in as much dampness as the night before, so that was a good thing. It's about 47 degrees. I'm going for another 10 miles today. I've got a downhill to start out the day with, and I get to the bottom, I'll give me some water, probably eat some breakfast. So, let's see what the day has to offer. And a couple blowdowns here. Haven't seen too many of those. These guys do a good job of coming out and clearing out the trail, but that was probably the toughest one I had to crawl over yet. I slept really good last night. That's 2 nights in a row. I hope that's the start of a pattern. I'm usually in my hammock by 7, sometimes 6:30, and usually get up about 6:30. Kind of slowly get together. I got on the trail this morning a little before 8, but that's kind of how that routine goes. You know, I've gotten a lot of helpful comments from subscribers. I really do appreciate that. Being a first-time backpacker, I take all those comments to heart and see how they might apply to me. It's always a little bit of a learning curve, anything new. And also, it's seemed like a fairly normal thing is it it's a little different at the start of this hike than as you get further into it. You're not as hungry and can't eat as much as you should. That'll come later. You're getting your body in rhythm. That comes later. You're just simple things like building up the bottom of your feet and your knees. All those things take a little time to get used to doing what you're doing out here every day. But so far I feel like I'm managing everything all right. 13 days in, or 12 days in, starting 13. I got one more night out here and one more day, and then I'll be in Franklin. Looking forward to a zero day there, so I can rest this old body a little bit and eat some town food. Really looking forward to that. I like the mornings out here. Often that's when I'm more walking by myself and it's quiet, peaceful. I was talking to a young fella yesterday, and I told him I was taking it slow, trying to do what my body allows, trying to do what it takes to make it. He said, I don't know if he knows what he's talking about, but he said a lot of successful thru hikers are men of retirement age. And if that's true, I can think of a couple reasons. You know, we have a lot of life experience. We've had to be logical. We've had to be practical. We've had to solve problems. But one of the things I'm fond of saying is old people know how to suffer. And we have through the different trials of life. And if it's one thing that I've learned, no matter what you have ever worried about in life, whatever problem you've faced, everything that you've ever fretted about has resolved itself. So it kind of helps keep me going, knowing that whatever hardships ahead, it's just temporary. And the sum of this adventure is going to be far greater than any of these little small parts. It's been an easy walk this morning after finishing the descent off of Standing Indian. It's just been pretty much a series of walking about the same elevation, just around one side of a hollow and then around the other. But it's nice change of pace from the climbing I did yesterday. As per usual, I haven't looked ahead to see what lies in store, but we'll take that as it comes. I've seen this view a few times on some other people's vlogs. It's impressive. This really has been one of the easiest days for the entire trail, I think. Not too much elevation gain. Just a kind of a flowing trail around these hills. Been a little rocky in places, but I can just tell by the time of day I'm 3/4 of a mile. I'm 3/4 of the distance I want to cover today, and it's only 1 o'clock. So it tells me it's been a little easier terrain. I'll take it. There's going to be a pretty big climb at the end of the day, but I think that's a fair trade-off for what I've had to traverse so far. Another one of the little icons of the AT. Albert Mountain Fire Tire. What a view this would be on a sunny day. The actual 100-mile mark is about a 10th down the trail. I've got to go a little further, but as soon as I find me a decent camping site, I'm going to call it a day. Okay. Day 13's in the books. Like I mentioned earlier, it was a pretty cruisy day, and my 10-mile goal kind of brought me fairly close to the bottom of Albert Mountain, and I thought, well, I think I just soon do that today, as in the morning. Plus I wanted to hit that 100-mile mark, so I went ahead and climbed Albert, and went just about a 10th further and found a place to camp. So my day was 11.1. Got all set up, got something to eat. Starting to rain a little bit now, but I'm in here where it's snug and dry. So all in all, a good day. Have a pretty easy looking day tomorrow, down to Blinding Stair Gap, and then I'm going into Franklin and going to zero the next day. So kind of looking forward to that. Get a little rest, eat something different, but we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see you then.